Right, welcome back. Now, we have seen a small example of a class with a little bit of understanding. You have seen there, we made add and something like this. What this thing is called? If you are guessing method, yes, those are called methods. So collection of actions what you perform are called methods. So if you see here, I'm sorry, this is a method which is performing an action of adding two inputs, A and B. Think of anything different. You can have subtraction here, where inputs will be same, number A, number B, but the return will be A minus B instead of plus. You can also think of some conditions where the outcome is nothing. You just do the work and come out. Let us try to do some different kind of methods in our same code and see how it helps. So like we said, this is addition. Let us try and make subtraction. I'll call it SUBST. And I'll take two inputs, number A and number B. And I'm going to return number A minus number B. Probably you can understand that the difference between these two is the name and the action which is being performed internally. That is the only difference you could see there, right? That's the only difference. So if I come here and try to discuss, so add is actually doing sum and the minus. So what is the difference you identify here? The name has to be different for each of the methods. You can have the same set of parameters. Internal work can be different, maybe same. We'll see that later. Let us take another example of a method. What if I have another one and same work I'm doing, but I'm giving the name SUB instead of subs? If you see, there is no error it is giving, nothing it is telling. Why? The reason is you can understand with this pictorial representation. The code does not mind internally the body is same or different. All that it minds is this line. This line. It has to have something unique. This complete line must be unique in some or the other way. We'll be discussing quickly next clipping how to make this very unique. But for now, see the other options of methods. I can have one more thing done where I can have one integer, one decimal. Gentlemen, what will happen now? See, the name is exact same. But here, there's a difference, right? So you can try to think. Altogether, it has to be different, all right? Now, if you are thinking, what if I try to do this and make it string like this? What will happen? There's an error here. Okay. Forget about what I'm doing internally. All right. Okay. Think about this line. There's a error. If you try to read it, says It's already defined. Well, you can say this line and this line are different, right? As we discussed. These two lines are different, but actually not, which means it might not be considering this part. We'll be discussing this in the next topic. But to understand, let us pick any one of it and give the naming convention about addition, subtraction, and everything. All right. All right. So there are the naming conventions we need to know. This is called name of a method. This is called, very important, return type. This too these two are called parameters. And this is called parameter type. So this together is called a parameter. This together is called one parameter. This is one parameter. This is, I'll jiff it back a little bit. This is called one parameter. This is called another parameter. And among this is called the name of the parameter. And this is called type of parameter, data type of parameter. You might be guessing together what this will be called. Together, this is called parameter list. All right. What is this? This is called return type. How it is significant? Outcome of the work over here, type of that outcome should be integer, which means if I try to add 5 and 7, it is 12, which is of the type integer. That's fine. But if I try to add 5 and 7.5, outcome is 12.5, but we have said return type should be integer. If so, it will return you only 12, not 12.5. Well, this requires a little bit of practice. You'll get through it. You'll try it. And before that, you have this, which you know from earlier recording. If you do not make it public, it will not be seen from another class or a copy of it. All right. I give you a chance to think of a method having no return type called void. What would be the case? Think of it. We'll come back.